Hello everyone, this is the girl on the bed. Hi, today's video I will talk in English, so click on caption for Indonesian subtitle. Thank you. Alright, so this month's plan with me, I came up with brainstorm ideas and tidy little pictures that I printed out and saved to my Pinterest, the girl on the bed. Check them up if you want, and all credits to the owner. Let's start the page with not so good page because this month theme is coffee, so I will go to the legend that says, but first, coffee. This coffee theme I actually got inspired by my latest video, which I drank coffee for like 3 times a day like it's normal. So I came up with an idea for coffee to be my March 2021 theme. So for the font of this month, I combined the cursive and teaching script type of font, which I didn't look up to any font references, I just came up with my own hand and style. And for the color, I used Joico color pen instead of 9 because those colors are really the perfect color for my coffee theme. And once again, I'm going to tell you that all the supplies that I use, I will list it and linked out down below in description box, so make sure to check that up. So if you're noticing that there are a lot of tiny little pictures that I printed out earlier, the reason was because I don't feel like to doodle a lot in this setup, so I want to make the page looks cuter with tiny little pictures that I printed. Other than that, I also added some little doodles with little black cups in the corner of the page to emphasize the theme that I made and connected it with yellow frame. Speaking of this month theme, which is all about coffee and coffee only, I bet 2020 was the year of coffee. We got dalgona coffee recipe outbursts in the internet, and then a bunch of coffee shops starts appearing in the middle of no time, so that would really make sense if anyone on these days were really addicted into drinking coffee. And as a woman in these days, I couldn't live without drinking coffee. In the morning, evening, and maybe late AM, I always drink coffee. But did you know that pregnant and breastfeeding women should avoid coffee consumption? Well, according to some research, that exposure to coffee or caffeine-contained beverage has associated with an increased risk of spontaneous abortion and a lower weight. And not only that, caffeine inside coffee could inhibit iron absorption, which is super bad for pregnant women because they need to fulfill iron needs to prevent them from anemia that could prevent them from pregnancy problems such as low birth weight newborns, premature newborns, and so on. And in breastfeeding mom, coffee consumption would increase caffeine level in breast milk that could leave the baby awake and fussy all the time. It is recommended to drink caffeine-contained beverages no more than 300 milligrams a day, in which pregnant and breastfed moms should allow only 1 cup of coffee, tea, or cocoa a day. But I suggest to stop consuming caffeine-contained beverages for more healthier impact for mother and children. And now you know some facts about coffee. This is the review for today. Enjoy the video. Alright, how do you guys enjoy my fun nutrition trivia? I hope it can sum up your knowledge about everything, and I will come back with another fun nutrition related trivia later in the next video. So let's back to bullet journaling. I will repeat it the same exact style for March lettering with some little black cups around it. disclaimer that I am a perfectionist freak, so I'm going to framing the page of camera because I want the perfect lines and not messing it up because it could kill me. But let's just hope I'm not die here. Alright, the next page is monthly log page with each calendar counted as 5 to 5, and I actually want the perfect bubbly calendar, but since I'm messing it up in the first place, so I will go with the messy calendar. Okay, little warning, this took a lot of time to finish, so grab a snack while you're watching. Ta-da! This is what it looks like with messy calendar that I'm talking about, and I will coloring them with the color scheme that I used and topping it off with white little date in the corner and more tiny pictures. I filled up the page with March lettering on the left and my growth records at the bottom. And moving on to habit and mood trackers, this month I came up with new vibes of these trackers, in which habit tracker goes like a little strap. I don't know how to call it, but you know how you see it. And for mood trackers, I finally go with chart/diagram or whatever, and hopefully this setup is fun to track. So the circle shape for mood chart, I did it off camera, obviously, and I drew the circle with the bottom and the top of cup because I don't have any compasses anymore, but you can use compasses because it'll turn out slightly neater. And I also finishing up with more pictures and more little black cups. on to expense tracker page. I think expense tracker page is the only page that I will hate the most, because sometimes I didn't find the page any cuter for some reason, but it running out functionally, so don't worry. Next to this typographical log page, but it isn't, because it is not only about grateful. Sometimes I wrote about anger and guiltiness, so I still don't know how to name this page. You named it. Also, there was a slightly mistake where I running out of space to write resentful, but I figure out somehow it's 7 zone again. Also, look at the frames that are made. Really bad and too much wiggly. I really hate it here, and trying to cover it up with some pics. Hope it works. Don't they? No? Okay, well. Next we got breakdown page that goes with the exact style from the previous pages, but more simpler. So it goes with Instagram feed page, and PS, I still suck at posting Insta feeds on my Instagram account. Better do better next time. Finally touch the last page, which is weekly spread page. This page is actually the new layout that I did, and I found it in Pinterest as always, so I'll go with it. The layout is 4 parts on each page that will fit the number of days and a little note. And of course, I will split up each parts into events and tasks. Well, except the note, because there's no freaking event on notes. Maybe there is, but not much. Or maybe just like, I love the way the notes didn't split up. And I think it is too crowded with the pictures that I sticked it up, but I don't care. I love crowded. I love crowd. Alright, see you guys on March bullet journal flip through. So this is the March bullet journal flip through. Yay! I hope you guys enjoy the video and maybe get a little bit insight about it. This is the end of the video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!